So since y'all ain't gonna say it, I'ma say it. Layla and all this motherfucking beating around the bush. Layla, if you don't want to get in the field, just say that. Okay? Because you talking about all the receipts that you got. Because, baby, if I come with the receipts that a chick done said from 4 years ago, and she was smiling in my face, baby, we got to get in the field. Simple as that. We just got to get in the field. But, Layla, you talking about, yes, I'm going to answer y'all question when I'm ready to. Girl, you. Simple as that. Because you ain't trying to get in the field. You the coldest, you the go. If you really that serious, baby, I'm telling you, the first time that she said jump, she would have been saying how high, because she would have knew not to play with you. She would have knew not to play with you. But at this point, you ain't even trying to play. You don't want to get in the field. You just up here. I don't know what the hell you doing. But leave that girl alone. And I'm from her city. Leave that girl alone. Okay, she ain't no typical baby. I think she was a crack baby. I ain't gonna tell I think she was. I don't know. But, them babies be a little different, okay? And that was a baby that was born in the trenches, okay? When they come to my city, it's certain people that you just don't mess with. And she one of the ones because, baby, you had to fight for your life. If you had to fight for your life, fight. And now, when you have a choice, I can only imagine what it's like. You're having fun. Because at a point in time, you had to fight for your life.
Welcome back, guys. I just wanted to come on today to share a little TikTok. If y'all wondering what TikTok is, I love to hear the opinions of others, even if they are opposing. So I went over to TikTok to see what people had to say about Laila Ali and her KO. I'm going to call it a KO since they haven't made it in the ring. She KO'd her online. I mean, after all that slander for several years, Laila finally says something in response, and she's the problem? I don't get it. But hey, not everybody's going to agree with you. I personally believe that Laila defended herself in the most classiest way ever with actual receipts. There's no way that people could watch that video and not see that Claressa at least did one thing wrong. But to make excuses for her, I just can't do it, especially after those receipts. And again, I'm trying my best to be fair here. So I went back and I looked up the receipts myself. And again, I do not think that Laila started. It was a miscommunication, misunderstanding, but people are going to go with who they are fans of, I guess. I already shared my personal thoughts and viewpoints on the situation, so if you guys are interested, just go ahead and watch my breakdown. It's about 3 hours long, and trust me, it's worth it. So in the meantime, let's check out what these TikTokers have to say about the situation.
I don't usually comment on stuff like this. I have to say something about this. I have to. Now, Claressa Shields had me believing that Laila Ali was just a real hater and didn't want any other female boxer to be successful except her. I was listening to some of the stuff that Claressa was saying, and sometimes when I'm posting TikToks or whatever, it's just stuff that just come up on the For You page, and I didn't know that about Laila Ali. Actually, I've been watching Laila doing her health thing she's been doing, and I plan on ordering her spices real soon because I'm a mental health and wellness professional, and I juice and I incorporate vegan foods into my diet, and I'm always trying to find out, healthier ways of living. And I had never considered that, I usually consider, the type of foods that I eat, but I hadn't considered the spices that I'm using. And so Laila Ali helped me to recognize that not only is it important to eat healthy foods, but also consider the spices that you're putting on foods. So anyway, I was sitting up there listening to Claressa, and I'm like, believing her. Well, Laila Ali dropped all the receipts. And she posted the videos from way back when she was supporting Claressa Shields, when Claressa Shields nobody knew who she was. And Laila was basically giving her advice and trying to help her, in any way she could. She wasn't hating on her. She was actually trying to support her. So, Claressa Shields has said Laila Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. No, she's more than Muhammad Ali, just Muhammad Ali's daughter. She didn't get where she is today, and she didn't get all of the accolades and all of the accomplishments that she has had because of being Muhammad Ali's daughter. Muhammad Ali was not in the ring fighting for her when she was in the ring fighting those other challenges. So all of the fights that Laila Ali won, she won by her own strength. Okay, now, Claressa was saying, that she's a better fighter and Laila Ali was jealous of her, and y'all have been listening to all this stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I'm just surprised because, you just can't believe everything that you hear on social media. And a lot of times, she wants Laila Ali to come out of retirement and fight her. Like, that's retarded. Well, the lady retired for a reason. She did everything that she wanted to do in her boxing career, and she accomplished that. And nobody can take away from her accomplishments. It doesn't matter how much someone else accomplishes. You still can't take away from what the next person accomplished. So Claressa Shields may have accomplished a lot, but that does not take away from what Laila Ali accomplished. And if you do look at the statistics and you look at all of the record and everything, you will see that Laila Ali has a whole bunch of knockouts more than Claressa. I think Claressa had 3 knockouts and Laila had 24. But anyway, to make a long story short, you know, you can't take away from what a person has accomplished. You know, Laila Ali actually opened the door for a lot of women boxers, because before Laila Ali, I had never really even heard of women boxers. So she actually opened the door, and yeah, her father being Muhammad Ali helped her get publicity and helped her, you know, and made me watch her, because, you know, hey, we already know what Muhammad Ali did, you know, float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. We already know what he did. So of course we want to watch Laila Ali and see what she can do as well. But anyway, just to, you know, make a long story short, it's just sad that, you know, Claressa Shields just dragged that lady's name all through the mud for no reason, you know, and turned on her for no reason. And she never did anything to her. The only thing about it is Claressa just jealous. At the end of the day, everything that Claressa Shields was saying about Laila Ali actually applied to her. Long story short.
Look, I'm going to need for this Laila Ali and Claressa Shields feud to end. And the only way that's going to happen is, Claressa, girl, you got to stop talking about this woman. But Laila Ali finally responded to everything that's been going on. Here's a snippet.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty great, you know? I don't know what I would do. Feel that way about yourself. Like, you wouldn't have been able to get to this level if you didn't feel that way about yourself. Yes. I don't know about you ladies, but I have absolutely no doubt that Claressa's going to win gold again in the Olympics. Women's boxing wasn't even in the Olympics when I was boxing, so I'm like, do it for us, because she's in the weight class I would have been in. So I'm like, go get it, girl, go get it. There's a lot of women who've been training for a long time, and nobody knows who they are. So the Olympics just really gives them a platform and something to strive towards. I didn't even fight amateur because I was like, I can't go to the Olympics. Why should I do that? You know, I want to be in control of my career. But it's so great to see these young girls coming up. You know, you've got 9-year-olds now and 10-year-olds, and they're inspired by people like Claressa. Now, as you can see, I was genuinely rooting for her. I gave her praise. I gave her a spotlight. When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring.
Now look, it's very evident that Laila Ali supported Claressa Shields from early on in her career, and I don't have a problem with Claressa being confident or even cocky about her career and her achievements. I just feel like now we're getting silly when you try to diminish Laila Ali and her contributions to women's boxing. It's like, for you visual learners, imagine if Coco Gauff, who is one of the greatest players of her generation, started to bash Serena Williams, or started to say things like, if Serena came out of retirement, she wouldn't win a point or a game or a set off of me. And if I competed in her era, you know, she wouldn't have as many Grand Slams. I would have taken some of those. You know, it's becoming quite pompous, and just who's advising you? You need a PR person, or just is Pat not telling you in your ear to stop? What is going on? I just feel like we're better than this. I don't know. Suddenly in the last couple of years, Claressa she started acting different. And she don't got to be humble, but like to try to wipe away Laila Ali's legacy, it's just asinine now. Now we're getting silly. It's like, what are we doing here? And I know y'all like to joke and say she's behind the 8 ball intellectually, but like, girl.
Claressa Shields is at it again, but this time it's actually Laila Ali that's coming with the receipts. Y'all are not up to date. Y'all know Claressa Shields and Laila Ali been having a little back and forth for a while. It's kind of like mainly been Claressa Shields with the back and forth, and she's been waiting on Laila Ali to respond. And we finally got a response, guys. Unfortunately, this response is probably not what Claressa Shields was looking for, because it made her seem like a fan turned hater. Basically, Claressa Shields looked at Laila Ali this whole time as like a role model, which she did say, but she forgot to mention a lot of other stuff, like Laila Ali basically helped you become who you are today. Like, you forgot that part, girl, when you was talking about her throwing shade. Now, I know some of y'all probably going to say, well, Laila Ali was being shady towards Claressa Shields, so I'm going to play a really quick clip for you.
You got Claressa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. Mm-hmm. She's a young black girl, came out of Flint, Michigan, lived a hard life, went through a lot. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. Mm-hmm. And she's doing great.
Now, depending on how you decide to comprehend that, you can kind of say it's a little shady. But I'm going to talk to the people that think like that. A lot of y'all take shit as shady because of your mindset. See, you was already looking at them as some silent competition. So when they get asked the question, like Laila Ali was asked, y'all got to understand that Laila Ali and Claressa Shields both are boxers. They talk shit for a living. Did y'all think she was really going to say, yes, Claressa Shields going to beat my ass? No, she said what she said, but she was very respectful, very demure, very legacy, very legendy. And Claressa decided to take that for what it was, and that's how it all happened. It's so sad that this actually transpired into what it is. Now, many are saying that they feel like Laila Ali is only posting that because a possible fight could be happening. I don't know. I personally don't feel like Laila Ali should fight Claressa Shields at all. I would like to see Laila Ali train somebody and build someone up the way that she could have helped Claressa and get somebody in Claressa's weight class so that they can put belt to ass. And I know some of y'all are probably saying, why are we trying to play on Claressa Shields' downfall? Let's call a spade a spade. Claressa Shields is a great. She's the GOAT. She's whatever she wants to be called. Some of y'all need to understand that respect is earned, not given. What y'all think in the comment section, but I personally feel like Claressa Shields should not respond. You have to understand that in order to defend your legacy and make sure your legacy can outlive you, character and integrity and principles is going to be something you got to follow. You don't have to compete where you don't compare.
Let me piggyback off of that clip, y'all. So if you guys need more context to it, this is what happened according to the host on The Breakfast Club. And if you actually watch the entire interview with Laila, I highly doubt that you would sense that she was shading Claressa. It seemed as if it was a misunderstanding on Claressa's end, according to what I gather from watching it. So I think before anybody passes judgment, they should go and watch the entire interview for themselves. But let's get into this clip.
Now, Laila Ali was on The Breakfast Club a couple of years ago.
What year was this specifically?
I'm not sure.
Last year?
It was last year?
All right, so that was 2019 or 2018?
2019.
And last year was 2019. Duh.
Yeah, so,
2019.
So I asked her about possibly coming out of retirement. Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun, shits and giggles?
Money right, Laila there, and
Really? You still training? You still train?
I stay training.
Got you.
Yeah, I got a little baby six pack right now.
Okay.
But I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
Well, Claressa.
Now let's be clear real quick though. That statement wasn't about Claressa Shields specifically. It was just about the state of women boxing. But
correct.
Claressa felt disrespected because she is the star of women's boxing right now.
That's right. So when she was on The Breakfast Club, Claressa said this.
Till that day, I've never disrespected Laila Ali when it comes to her boxing. Even though I call myself the greatest woman of all time, I've never said oh, Laila Ali can't box. I've always given her that respect. She paved the way. If you come out of retirement, I smoke you. And it was more of to let you know, don't disrespect me and I won't disrespect you. And that's where I went with it. But do I want to fight a 41 or 40-year-old Laila Ali? No. I want to actually her embrace me, I embrace her, and we build women's boxing to the place where it's supposed to be at.
Well, Laila Ali, it seems like she wants all the smoke.
Well, she was on my guys, Ak and Barack. Drop on the clues bump for Ak and Barack, the Ak and Barack show on Sirius XM. They work for the Zone as well. Laila Ali was on this show yesterday.
That's right. And when she was on the show, this is what she said.
She's probably talking about The Breakfast Club. One thing Claressa needs to understand, it's not always about her. They asked me about coming out of retirement. First of all, I already know what's available I'm a businesswoman. Mm-hmm. So who is worth or inspires me enough to want to come out of retirement at now 42? Do you have $5 million for me? Do you have $10 million for me? Because guess what? It's going to take at least that to come get me. You know what I'd have to do to prepare to come back for a fight? I don't care who it is, because I'm going to win regardless. I'm going to knock you out. So for me, it really comes down to me being in shape.
I'm here for all this energy, by the way. Somebody needs to put that bread up. The Zone, I don't know. She said she'll do it for at least $2 million.
I thought she said 5.
Well, she said the most 5, but she said at least 2. You know what I mean?
I would love to see that.
Listen,
I would go see that fight.
Ali Shields, everybody is talking the way they're supposed to talk. Laila Ali is talking like the GOAT she is. Claressa is talking like the young GOAT she is. I don't see the problem here.
I would definitely
need to keep pouring some
fuel
on that fire. Let's keep pouring some sauce on that and see what happens.
I agree with you.
I sat through that whole monologue Laila Ali did for Claressa Shields. And when I said she ate her the fuck up, and she did it so she had so much class, she had so many receipts, it's to the point that it's getting embarrassing for Claressa Shields because you are ruining the brand. You're ruining your brand trying to go against this lady who has been nothing but nice and respectful to you. And you could tell, I don't know if this is the fame or the money or papoose, somebody's getting into her motherfucking head that's making her feel like she has all this to prove, she got this chip on her shoulder and I gotta go fight X, Y, and Z. She has an internal battle with herself. And I don't know if she did seek therapy. I don't know who she need to talk to, but you got to handle that because the way Laila Ali was able to come up on here and give receipts of when she was mentoring you, gave you advice. It's Laila Ali. She's fucking, she's the GOAT. So no one's taking away from Claressa, but girl, I'm sorry, girl. In the last couple of years, we don't know what the fuck has been going on. You had a movie that was made about you that you ruined, arguing with your married man boyfriend online on Instagram. And I'm still mad about that because my girl Ryan Destiny was up and you ruined that. Anyways, I just feel like she has a self-sabotaging spirit, and I hope that she sees the video and does better because I'm telling you, Laila just broke her down to the T. And you could tell she was kind of fuming because she probably she didn't want to address these things that she was saying about her, but she felt like she had to because, girl, don't ever forget it. Without her, they wouldn't be you. You just have to pay homage and be respectful, because it's just like, what did that lady say for you to say any of that stuff about her? Laila ate her up.
All Laila Ali video about Claressa Shields did was prove that she one of them motherfuckers that'll hang around you, call you her big sister, you know, want to be around you all the time, take advice from you, damn near want your life, and then will try to fall out with you and become you. Yes, she would start hanging with your friends and doing all of the things. It's starting to look like Remy wasn't lying when she said at first she was calling her big sister in her inbox. Because Laila did nothing but show y'all in black and white how everything started versus where we at. And it's still people like, oh, Claressa's just, no, Laila's just jealous of Claressa. She doesn't have a reason to be. Claressa is an amazing boxer. And then to say shit like, oh, she's just her pretty self, that's jealousy. Y'all have to understand how to hear jealousy too. You can see it, but you can also hear it when people talk if you listen. Laila is the motherfucking knockout queen, okay? We're not going to forget. I'm a 93 baby, okay? Laila is that girl. And I feel like she's only making that video to clear her name, to clear the air. Because, baby, you're trying to make it seem as if I have a problem with you. And you started everything. It's not me doing anything to you. But, yeah, Claressa need to go and sit her ass still somewhere for real. She pissed me and my homegirls off.
Claressa, girl, I've been trying to ride with your ass since the you came out. But you fucked it with that Ali and that and dropped receipts. I'm sorry. She dropping receipts on her motherfucking YouTube and her Instagram. You looking like a weirdo out this motherfucking hoe. Them fucking receipts she fucking dropping, you could tell she was supporting your fucking ass from the beginning. You made it like she really wasn't supporting you and she was a fucking mean girl. You the fucking mean girl. I'm sorry. And all them old interviews and you talk about how much your dad loved Muhammad Ali, how much you love Muhammad Ali, you starting to look like a fucking hater. You starting to look like you wish you was Laila Ali. You wish Muhammad was your motherfucking dad. Listen, Laila is laying the shit down and you looking like you fucking chasing clout right now. And I swear to God, I've been trying to ride with your ass, but I can't do it no more. The proof has been fucking dropped. Period. And if it's starting to look like Laila setting this shit up for a fight. I think she laying down the groundwork, and I swear if she knock you the fuck out, it's gonna. You better know how to fight when you get in that. And we know you can fight, but you better knock her the fuck out when you get in that ring, because I think she's setting this up to fight your ass.
I ain't too proud to beg y'all. Could you please hit the like button after I removed all that profanity? That was work. And in addition, if you'd like to show some love, you can hit me up on Cash App at SweetMa444Life. Thanks in advance.
Laila Ali just dropped a 30-minute YouTube video, and in my opinion, it was not a good look. She was going in on Claressa Shields, using old interviews, old clips, old energy. She pulled footage from before Claressa was even professional. And I'm watching it like, who put this together? Because whoever sat down and helped her edit this needs to be fired immediately.
Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive off of negative drama and buffoonery. But I'm not about to let someone with bad character continue running freely, dragging my name without accountability.
This ain't the champ talking. This is someone desperate to control a narrative that's already passed him by. All you had to say was, I'm retired. All you had to say was, I'm 46 and I'm done fighting. Instead, you went and made a documentary dissing a 30-year-old who looks up to you. That ain't power. That's petty. Let's call it what it is. This all started because Claressa Shields posed with a check. A $15 million check addressed to Laila Ali. Now, I don't know who wrote the check or if it was even real, but I know what it represented. Respect me or step in the ring. Laila responded with an hour-long rant instead of an hour-longer training. She turned down the money and turned up her mouth. If you say you need 15 or 20 million to fight, cool. But if somebody calls you out with a check and you make a video, then you need to move on. This ain't about boxing no more. This is about pride, ego, and insecurity. Now Laila Ali talking about malicious nature. She said Claressa is divisive, vindictive, and malicious. And the irony is, you can't call somebody malicious while making a video trying to humiliate them. Laila's dad, the greatest of all time, built his legacy on talking shit, playing mind games, and showmanship. That's boxing culture. That's theater. That's promotion. But to say my father wouldn't have liked Claressa Shields, oh my God. That's when I almost fell out my chair. Because if there's anybody who embodies Muhammad Ali's confidence, his pride, and his showmanship, it's Claressa Shields. She talks her talk, and she backs it up in blood, sweat, and tears. We finally got a generation that can sell out fights, headline cards, and bring ratings. And here you are, bringing bitterness to the table. You could have been the elder statesman, the one who shows guidance and grace. Instead, you turned into the relative that's bringing up old shit at Thanksgiving dinner. Laila, let's keep it real. You had your era and it was beautiful. 24-0, undefeated. You proved yourself. But the game evolved. The world moved on. And that's okay. That's what legacies are supposed to do. Inspire the next wave. Claressa Shields is not your enemy. She's your echo. She's what you inspired, whether you admit it or not. So why are you acting like she stole something from you? You should be honored that she even wants that fight. You could have just said, hey, I'm good. But instead you gave us a YouTube soap opera. And you want to talk about malicious. That video was malicious because it tried to paint a black woman with ambition as a problem, not progress. So here's the bottom line. Either move on or lace up. But don't hide behind your father's name to throw dirt. Because if your father taught the world anything, it's that talking is easy. But fighting defines the legacy. And right now, you talking more than you ever fought. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe. Establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Hey.
Somebody dad said that Claressa Shields is the Nicki Minaj of boxing, bitch, and I still have not recovered. Let me tell you something. This bitch is embarrassing, okay? I hate the way she dresses. I hate the fact that basically every fucking interview that she does, she's talking shit about Laila Ali. Mind you, Laila Ali didn't help her, didn't give her advice, was div with her at the beginning of her fucking boxing career, brought her on a show that's still airing on CBS. Mind you, Laila wasn't even trying to give this bitch that energy. But Laila said, I wasn't even gonna do this, but now I'm gonna do it. Pulled full-blown receipts and calmly read her for filth. Because why every single time you're doing an interview, you're mentioning fucking Laila? Talking about some, oh, she was ducking back from Ann Wolf. Oh, she's only known because she's Muhammad Ali's daughter. Oh, like, bitch, stop it. Don't nobody want to hear that. And another thing, they asked her, who begged who first? You or Pat? She gonna say Pat definitely was trying to talk to me. And then Pat turns around in the same motherfucking interview and says, well, she slid up in my DM. So who was trying to talk to who? Because I'm confused. Remy, front and center, field, now, clap this bitch.
Did y'all see Laila Ali drop those receipts on Claressa? I'ma just say this. Claressa is like, I don't know. She do too much. I feel like she don't like women who are beautiful. Honestly, because every time she wants to every time she pop off at somebody, it's always like, oh, she thinks she's so pretty. Oh, so pretty this. And like, do you not like beautiful women? Like, are you okay? And it's like, I don't know. I can't. But how y'all feel about that? Like, how did y'all feel about this whole thing with Claressa and Laila Ali? And mind you, Laila dropped those receipts so gracefully. And like, she said a lot. But how y'all feel about that?
For Claressa Shields to say that Laila Ali is trying to get clout off her name and is jealous of her is proving everything I think about her. She is so bothered, so insecure, and so immature. And you act just like you look. See, if you know, you know. Girls who look like that, they act just like Claressa. Laila showed all the receipts of giving this child her flowers and, teaching her the game and stuff. And she's talking about Laila is trying to get clout off of her. Laila is the clout, Claressa. You really need to stop. And then you have the nerve to say Laila Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. Absolutely not. Laila Ali is Laila Ali. She made a way for herself. She didn't live off her father's name. She is the queen, baby. She opened the doors for you to do what you're doing, so you really need to stop. And by the way, you are just Pat Poose's girlfriend. That's who you are. That's it. Many of us didn't know anything about you until you started dating Pat Poose. So stop it, like I said. Remy is a swan. And you are.
Stop hating on Claressa. First of all, what am I saying that sound like hate to you? I'm confused. Obviously, you're just as slow as she is. Because I'm speaking about her character. The way she carries on. The things that she say out of her mouth. Real champions have nothing to prove. I really wish someone would get her and love her and show her how to be, how to carry herself.
What do you mean you black women are something else? No, you black women are something else. And never forget that all skin folk and kinfolk. And you're absolutely correct. There is no comparison because Laila Ali is a woman, a graceful woman, a classy woman, unlike Claressa Shields. And Claressa Shields is not the only person who had a hard upbringing, so stop it. She has so much greatness in front of her, but she'd rather sit on the internet and make a fool out of herself. And y'all are enabling that, trying to make excuses for her instead of calling her out. That's the problem in the black community. Talking about she didn't have the same upbringing. A lot of us didn't, but we don't act like that. We don't behave like she does. What is your point? And what do you mean then you wonder why you're not respected? I'm well respected. I don't know about you. And I don't worry about what other people think. Because I live my life. Because it's mine to live. That's y'all problem. Y'all always worrying about what someone else is thinking. Instead of just doing what you have to do for yourself. That's called self-love. Practice it. It feels good.
Laila Ali is not a former, she's not a champion.
She is exhausting. She really is. Listening to her is like listening to someone speaking another language. She said Laila has never been the champion. She's not a former champion. She said Laila hurt her feelings when she said she's burning bridges. You are burning bridges. And it's sad that you don't understand that. And stop saying someone is hating on her, because what exactly are we hating on? Her bad character, her insecurities, her having no class at all, her lack of self-love. I mean, which one is it? What could we possibly be hating on? She can't take constructive criticism. That's her problem. All that woman did was try to help her. She is Queen Delulu. Yes, she is.
I am TJ and this is Life Lessons. Look, I'm going to go ahead and offer you this disclaimer now. I'm probably going to offend some of you because some of you are so sensitive anyway. Because I'm going to make some generalizations, but I'm going to say to you, I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to ask you to take the advice that I go by. If it don't apply, let it fly. When people make generalizations, I don't take offense because I know they ain't talking about me. So I'm going to ask you to do the same. Okay, so I really don't follow fighting or boxing or anything like that. But occasionally I would see these videos about Claressa Shields and Laila Ali and the kerfuffle that was going on. But I happened to see Laila Ali's video where she breaks it down like a fraction. Okay? And I'm going to say this. Y'all disgust me. Y'all younger generations, y'all disgust me. Y'all want to talk about being disrespected all the time, but you are the most disrespectful on the strength. This female is sitting here disparaging this woman who mentored her. Talking about she's jealous because I'm young and popping. We were all young and popping at one time. What's wrong with you? And listening to her talk about what she believes Laila Ali not to be is tantamount to those of us parents who made a way for our kids to have better than us, for our kids to be better than us, to come back and think they are better than us. Literally, when they would not be if it were not for we. The reason there is a Claressa Shields is because there was a Laila Ali. Y'all get on my nerves. And what makes you think, even if you are better than Laila Ali, what makes you think she wouldn't take pride in that because she poured into your ass? Do you know how many people I've mentored in the military as well as in the civil service who ultimately went on to make higher rank than me? Did I take that as a slight? No. Because every success that they made, I made because I poured into them. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all dumb. And don't want no sense. Couldn't find sense if you sent out a search party. And you're going to disparage this out one side of your neck. You're trying to disparage this woman, but on the other side, you're talking about her daddy. How dare you? Who do you think you are? And those like you. You know, one of the things about us, and I say us, I'm saying Generation X and older. We recognized without them, there would be no us. That is why many of us, even if we thought we knew more than our elders, and many times we were more educated and did, we sat at the feet of them because, see, we were educated, they were wise. And with each generation, y'all are smarter, but less wise. And it is evident in every aspect. Yeah, y'all got more money, more shiny stuff, but y'all are less wise and miserable as if. And ungrateful for the people who came before you. You disgust me. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.
I really love how Layla Ali is handling Claressa Shields. Like, she has receipts and she did it very classy and professional, okay? She basically showed us how she was trying to mentor her and put her under her wing. And Claressa Shields, her elevator just don't go all the way to the top. To get offended by her, by Layla, after she says, like, I really like her, I think she's talented. But Layla also said there's nobody that can really fight me, that can beat me. And honestly, she has every right to feel that way and say that way. For Claressa to get offended, like, it sounds like she got a lot of personal issues. Like, you talking about a legend here. If she feel like she don't need to fight you, she don't need to fight you. Like, that's Layla Ali. And Claressa, we get it. You've been to the Olympics twice. You are the best right now, right? But also, she is your elder. She is somebody who you looked up to, came before you. And you talking crazy, and she proved that there's no reason for you to be doing so. Like, it's giving you really Ed.
So, Laila Ali, daughter of Muhammad Ali, one of the trailblazers for women boxing, former champion, retired, responds to Claressa Shields. There's a little bit to unpack here that I'm watching a lot of people in the boxing space not getting the whole thing here. Number one, I am a big fan of Claressa Shields' boxing. I'm a big fan of what she does in the ring, her accolades. To me, she is the greatest of all time in the ring. But as of lately, the things that she's doing as far as just speaking on the legacy of Muhammad Ali, his daughter, all of these things, what made Muhammad Ali the greatest of all time is that not only was he a good boxer in the ring, he didn't have a perfect record, but he had a perfect record outside the ring when it comes to fighting for black people. And in that era when he was coming up, the black men didn't tear each other down. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar supported him. Jim Brown supported him. Many athletes, many people in the entertainment space in all the black America supported Muhammad Ali and what he was going through with the government and the fights that he had outside the ring. He showed grace, he showed poise, and he had a victory and losses outside the ring. Fast forward, me, I've been in the music business over 30 years, got to work with all types of artists in every genre and generation. And this newest generation of artists, they call it the YN culture, okay? Claressa Shields is displaying the YN culture. What is the YN culture? The YN culture is disconnected from the OGs, and they're disconnected with the unks, you guys call. There's no connection. You know, the YNs are saying, listen, we don't care what bridge, we don't care about the past, we care about just today. We don't care about tomorrow, our lives or your lives. The majority of them. What you're seeing with Claressa Shields and Laila Ali is bigger than them because it's the culture. The YN culture does not respect the old school or anything past 5 years from before. It's very unfortunate. We could go deep into black history and why black people have these issues with generations getting together, sharing information, uplifting each other. And I think that what Claressa Shields is doing right now is displaying the YN culture. How you doing, sir? And the problem with that is it has lack of respect for the people before them. Pap, you have knowledge of yourself. You should build with her. Bring her and Claressa Shields together and Laila Ali, because the young black girls, up and coming, brown girls, yellow girls, white girls who look up to them, they're getting confused. And it's not good on both sides to be going through this. It's unfortunate that she put herself in a position where she's going at it with Laila Ali. They got to fix this. They should fight. I mean, Laila Ali looked like she's in shape. Her father would come back from a hiatus and come back and win a championship. She should do that. Claressa Shields, I'm a big fan of yours. But sister, you have to go build with your sister. You both are fighting against the machine. It's not one fight. It's not two fights. It's one fight. And you have to build with her. You got to tell the young girls the importance of her legacy. Yours is already etched out in stone. You got to build with the young girls that need to know about Laila Ali and Muhammad Ali. Like dissing her. I'm a father of 3 daughters. You tearing her down? Come on. You tearing down the father's legacy. There's no separation with that. We got to do better. We could talk about this all day, but I think Claressa Shields and I think that Laila Ali need to get together and fix this because it's the young girls watching this. It's your boy Iceman. Tell me what you think.
At this point, I need them to fight. Claressa Shields and Laila Ali. Give us 3 rounds. And I need Laila. I need you to do what you do. Give you 3 rounds because you're a little older. But that don't mean shit. I know. Because I hate when people are like, oh, you all test me if you want to, okay? But anyway, I feel like give her, what'd she say, 15 to 20, 10 to 20 mil, something like that. I think she deserves the whole 20. She's an icon of her field, her career, period. Claressa's a legend right now. But, you know what I'm saying? I feel like
I wouldn't one side, because what pisses me off is when she be like, Muhammad Ali wouldn't have did that. Her father wouldn't have did that. Like, how the fuck you gonna tell me what the fuck my father's gonna fucking do? I don't know. That part pissed me off. And it's like she's cocky with it. Don't have my family name in your mouth, bro. It doesn't even matter. It don't even matter. Just don't have my family name in your mouth. That right there, oh bitch, I might fight you for free. It's like but no, seriously, I need that fight to happen. I feel like it's going to happen. But like she said, Ali said on her time, Laila said on her time. It's going to be on, I think it's going to be on her time when I think she's going to come back out for a little second play. I think she's going to come play real quick. And I need her to just shut her down. I need her to shut her down.
As if this video isn't already long enough, I just had to chime in and ask a question. I notice a lot of people make excuses for Claressa being cocky. She's a fighter. That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to believe in herself. She says that nobody on earth can beat her. Nobody. She says it all the time. She claims that she is the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time. That's fine. The confidence is okay. The cockiness, not so much. But hey, she's a boxer, right? That's what they do. That's what most people say. But why is it a problem when Ali went on The Breakfast Club and simply stated she didn't see who she would come out of retirement for? Why was that an issue? So Ali doesn't have the right to believe that nobody can see her in the ring? She didn't even say it in a cocky manner. Mind you, if you actually listen to the interview, Ali compliments Claressa. She actually brings Claressa up. The Breakfast Club didn't do that. She brung Claressa up in her interview to big her up. But yet she's the problem?
Claressa over here trying to destiny swap with Remy and Laila because how you was trying to befriend them at first. You literally was trying to befriend both of them. Now all of a sudden you're beefing with them. You're beefing with them because you want to be them. You want to be them, Clarence. You want to be them. Be yourself. Be yourself. Because my whole thing is, you got Pap. So why are you still poking the bear with Remy? And why are you beefing with Laila? Didn't you, at a point in time, look up to her, ask her for tips? Didn't Laila Ali do your interviews and everything? Like, I love how Laila Ali came up here to defend herself and came with receipts. She defended herself in a classy way because she's not finna get in the ring with you. Like, you just looking for something. You just trying to pick a fight. You want your name to be next to Layla's so bad. So bad. And now you rapping. Now you trying to be a rapper. Okay.
Babuski, Claressa Shields, I want to know, how do it feel for Laila Ali to beat that ass and she had to do it in the ring? Because she rang you up for few. Now, how the fuck you keep on saying that you want to be like Muhammad Ali, you want to be one of the greatest, but yet you want to sit up there and downgrade one of the greatest of all times of women boxing is Laila Ali. And this is the thing, genetically proven. She get it from her daddy, and that's who you want to be like. But I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. See, I don't think that you have a point to prove to Laila or to any of their fans. I think you have a point to prove to yourself, because I watch how you always comparing yourself against everybody else. First, you comparing yourself against women, and you always defending your beauty. Secondly, Papoose was married to Remy. Now you really pushing your rap career. When I tell you ain't got no balls, you ain't even got no elementary rhyming skills. That shit is whack as crack. And on top of that, go and marry Papoose. You really want to fight to prove to yourself that you have made the biggest accomplishment. You made it out the hood. You stopped fighting because you was fighting because people was bullying you, and you was fighting because that was your way out, right? To express your anger. The man told you get in the ring. That's what you did. You got so many accolades and you still looking for a reason to be valid. Girl, if you don't find something safe to do, and I'm gonna say this too. You already know the only reason why you can't fight now because your hands is registered. You put your hands on somebody revoking you. You put your hand on somebody, you a rap. So that's how you gotta call people out, and that's why you talk so much shit. Claressa, please. Claressa Shields, Babuski, stop it. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that the Claressa Shields and Laila Ali saga is over. The conversation is done. Ain't no point nobody asking about it no more. Laila Ali finally responded to Claressa Shields in a video out of this. She said it's part 1. I don't know how many other parts she got to it. But Laila Ali pulled out every damn receipt that she had from the beginning. I mean, like from Earth, everything. She pulled out receipts, tax returns, transcripts, video evidence, everything to make sure she made sure that she ran her point into the ground, that she wasn't hating on nobody. I mean, damn, it was well articulated. At this point, just leave it alone. Don't even say nothing. At this point, just that. Nope. Don't ask Claressa about Laila Ali. Don't ask Laila Ali about Claressa Shields. Don't even say. I mean, this is a good point for it to be over. This is a good spot. And think about it. It should have never been nothing in the first place, because Laila Ali is retired. Claressa Shields is out here doing her thing, and that's that. But y'all done pushed it to a point. Whereas Laila pulled out every single last detail of proof. If this was a court case, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't saying who hating who, but she did a good job of making Claressa look like a hater. I can tell you that now. I'm not saying she hating. I ain't saying nobody mad. I don't even know them people. I'm just saying she did a good job. Laila pulled a damn Johnny Cochran of a point. It's crazy. Anyway, my stand-up special. Anybody want to tell me he's on Tubi right now? And I'm on tour. Go to ShulerKing.com and get them tickets.
I came to get my take on the Claressa Shields situation, and Laila Ali, with Class and Grace, read her for filth. But check this out. When you look at the documentary that Claressa Shields did, her dad always talked about Laila Ali, and I feel like she always wanted it, because she didn't come from a good, a positive background, and she had a lot of problems with her mom and her dad, and I feel like she wanted that love from her dad, so she tried to become Laila Ali. I feel like she wanted to destiny swap and actually be Laila Ali, because how you go from all those interviews to that lady trying to put you on to that, and even in the case where the student becomes better than the master, the student always, in the laws of 48, the laws of 48 power, 48 laws of power, my bad, it talks about respecting your master, even though you didn't pass them. So, but then also too, let's spin it with the whole Remy Ma situation. She tried to go on the show and lie and say that Papoose DM'd her, but he tried to holler at her first, but she DM'd him first. And it's like, she was emailing Remy, asking her, Remy was giving her like glamour tips and all this shit, and then all of a sudden she with Remy. Man, it's like, damn, did she want a destiny swap with Remy too? It's like she want a destiny swap with two women. So y'all gotta pay attention to people like this, and if the people that hang around her, hey, I'd be careful, Papoose. You might want to check into that. See today.
Remy never was the issue. And that's what I have been trying to tell people since the beginning of this. But sometimes it take your character to show. Like, sometimes when people lie on you, your character will show that they're lying. But when people tell the truth about you, eventually you cannot stay with a mask on too long. You'll take it off and you'll be exactly who you are, and everybody will see it. I 100% believe that Claressa was asking Remy for fashion tips, all in her DMs, doing all of the things, and then went after Pap and was in his DMs too. He even said she was in his DMs. So in an interview, when she tried to make it seem like he tried to approach her first, he let it be known, no, you slid in my DMs. I never said nothing to you first. Started inviting her husband places and all of the things, and then she seen it as a competition once she got that man with Remy, because Remy got him out of her house. Once she finally got the man, she felt like she won the prize, and she felt as if she was in competition with Remy whole time. Remy doesn't even want the man. Bitch, you took a problem off her hands. If only you knew. That's why she's not fighting you to get him back. She's fighting you for you to shut the fuck up talking about her. Claressa is a hating asshole who want people life because she does not have an identity for herself.
I feel like Claressa Shields got something cognitively wrong going on up here. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like her and Krishan would have been in the same class. She didn't talk so bad about Laila Ali. Laila Ali then made a full motion picture to explain that she don't have no beef with this girl, and this girl is just making stuff up out of nowhere. Laila Ali talked so highly of Claressa Shields. She was basically her mentor. No, she was her mentor, and she really looked out for the young lady. I think Claressa Shields has comprehension problems, and she didn't understand what Laila Ali was saying when she was in that interview. She felt like Laila Ali should have wanted to fight her, but that doesn't make any sense. Laila just had turned 40. I don't know how old Claressa was at the time, but I think she was in like her early 20s maybe. Just because y'all are in the same weight class don't mean that y'all are a good matchup. Like, and even yet still, why the hell do you want to fight Laila Ali? You feel like you got something to prove because of insecurities you have. Like, I think the girl got gumballs for brains. I really, really do. Just it's just round and smooth. That's all she got to do.
When it comes to Claressa Shields, when it comes to Laila Ali and Ann Wolf, look, at the end of the day, sounds like this whole thing is just a rivalry, but it's not just a rivalry. It's an identity war. Claressa Shields wants to be seen as the greatest of all time, but she ain't never gonna get there, because the greatest of all time was Muhammad Ali. He had daughters. One of them boxed and was damn good. So if anything, Laila Ali is the greatest woman of all time, because she's a direct descendant from her pops, the greatest of all time. And so Claressa can say she's the GOAT and she's the this. all Laila Ali wants is her father's name and her name to be respected, but Claressa doesn't know a damn thing about respect. With Ann Wolfe is she just represents the old school of boxing, man. You know, Ann Wolfe ain't about no filters and about no drama. She's just about her fist. And she allowed her fist to decide greatness, man. And I just think as these three names swirl together in the storm, women's boxing stands to gain everything or lose its credibility to chasing clicks. So let's see who's going to actually get in the ring and do the business. But I think Claressa needs to realize the GOAT title isn't won in a tweet. It's not won in verbal attacks and verbal sparring. That name is earned through humility, through respect, through competition. So if Claressa can channel her fire the right way, she can elevate women's boxing forever. But if she keeps letting her ego lead the way, fans may turn that crown into a mirror, showing her the side she doesn't want to see, which is that a very ugly side of who she is. Anyway, I think Laila Ali would actually take Claressa Shields if they fought, even right now. Claressa Shields is looking sloppy, looking wild. I think Laila Ali would drop the GOAT boom on her. And then everything Claressa Shields has built will come crumbling down by the hands of the true greatest woman of all time.
PSA. I know y'all seen the Laila Ali response to Claressa Shields, okay? It is said for it to be a 3-parter, and it's on YouTube, so if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. And let me just tell you, I did a video about this a few months ago, saying that I didn't think Laila Ali was going to fight Claressa, but I was not expecting her to step out with the receipts that she has in part 1. What this is given is that Big Sis ain't playing no more. She's tired of your mouth. She's tired of the rhetoric. She's tired of you trying to build a brand off her name. And what is really interesting about part 1 of Laila's response to Claressa is that Claressa grew up idolizing Laila. And not only idolizing her, but knowing that her father also idolized Laila. And what is given now is, I'm going to be better than you in my father's eyes. And I'm going to bring your brand down all the way to the ground until you tell everyone that I am better than you. And Miss Ali, she ain't here for it. She is not here for it. When I tell you that she starts from the very beginning of how they even became in contact, and she moves all the way up to 2020 in part 1. She shows the videos of the interviews that Claressa gave, and she even shows that first video with the Breakfast Club where Laila mentioned, she gave Claressa her flowers, she mentioned weight class, and then she was asked if she would come out of retirement. She wasn't asked if she'll come out of retirement to fight Claressa. She simply was asked if she would come out of retirement, period. And Claressa took that as shots fired, and the saga began there, honey. So all I'm going to say is, if you got time, go along to YouTube, to Miss Laila's page, and watch part 1, okay? That's it. That's it. Bye. All right.
Claressa Shields is a perfect example of when people say Pisces are delusional. And I'm a Pisces. And watching Laila Ali's YouTube, Let the Record Show, or whatever it was called on YouTube, Laila Ali, and she was going into detail about the timeline of her and Claressa Shields. Yeah. And it was, oh God. Oh, Jesus, she make Pisces look horrible. And I'm telling you, I'm the first one to say I am definitely a Pisces. I'm definitely delusional about shit. But what I'm not going to do is keep going. Like, really try to create a lie and believe that lie. Like, and try to make other people believe that lie. And then, oh my goodness. And the receipts that Laila had. She didn't come to play. She did not come to play. And the very first time that Claressa sat down with Laila, when Laila gave her an interview, you saw then and there that she had always been jealous of Laila. When she made the comment about her dad said that Laila was the greatest next to her dad, next to Muhammad Ali. And she was like, well, I took that as that's what I should do. You just saw it unfolding there. But now, there is something else going on with Claressa Shields also. Who does she start to look like to y'all? Or is it just me? To me, it's like she's starting to take on this Remy Ma persona. And mind you, Remy Ma also said, and she showed receipts, that before her and Pap started talking, Claressa and Pap started talking, she inboxed Remy Ma and asked her about fashion and styling and stuff like that. I'm just saying. I wonder how Claressa is going to spin this. Girl, just come on here and be like, look, my bad, I'm sorry. Look, my feelings was hurt by something that you did or that I thought you did, and just go from there. But the delusional Pisces of her that she is, she gonna keep going. She gonna keep going. And somebody need to tell her to stop.
Laila Ali went so crazy. Let me finish my makeup. Hold on. Well, I'll talk to y'all while I'm doing it. I just, got myself together, chose my outfit, started my makeup. I showered, started my makeup while listening to that 30-minute Laila Ali video that broke down Claressa Shields and hers beef over 8 years, y'all. Mind you, I kind of knew that there was beef between them, but I wasn't really I'm not gonna hold you, I knew, not everyone, but I knew who Laila Ali was, and I knew her career, And then I knew Claressa Shields, and I knew her career even when she was engaged to that other man. Because like when y'all be like, oh, Papoose is her first boyfriend, I'm like, it really isn't. Like, I've been following her career for a while before, you know, Papoose. You know how y'all be like, blame Queen Naija? I be trying to blame Papoose anyway. Can I tell you, just first of all, I ain't never seen somebody talk that much about someone they can't stand. Like Laila Ali's video is like a compilation. She talks to the camera, but then she like has a compilation of like everything, not even everything, but like many clips of Claressa Shields speaking on her. Like, I kid you not, this is why people say no comment. That's why Mariah Carey said, I don't know her. But Claressa Shields, she was very much like consistently talking about Laila Ali. It was intense. Sorry, y'all know why I'm doing my face like this, because I'm not trying to crease. Anyway, at one point she goes, oh, why would you talk highly of my father and then disrespect his daughter? And I was like, what do you mean by that? Like, I mean, obviously it's just like, you know, it's just like she said, like Laila Ali pulls up clip after clip of Claressa Shields being like, yeah, it's me, Floyd Mayweather, and Muhammad Ali. Nobody else. Then she keep bringing up Ann Wolf, who I guess was like Laila Ali's, that's why y'all know I'm just like holding up my phone and talking to y'all. Hold on, let me open the mascara. Then she bring up Ann Wolf. And it was like in a lot of the compilations that Laila had in the YouTube video, just exposing receipts, she shows like how Claressa keeps bringing up this person. And she was just like, yeah, you keep bringing up this person and you're using the same tactics to her. And where is she now? And mind you, I didn't know who this person was either. So I'm like, okay. But what's even crazier is at the start of the video, she's like, shows how Claressa Shields says like, Laila Ali never showed me any love. She never has my back. And then she shows how she wrote a segment on her. Laila Ali wrote a segment or produced a segment and interviewed Claressa Shields in Flint after her first gold medal. And even invited Claressa Shields on stage as they were presenting Muhammad Ali with some medal. Like, she was her invited guest. Claressa Shields was Laila Ali's invited guest. It is 30 minutes long, y'all. And I kid you not, I'm embarrassed. There's one part where Laila Ali did a compilation of Claressa Shields talking bad about light-skinned people, and that was so funny to me. Like, I was so tickled by that because I was like, ooh, that hit a nerve. And next to it, she has like the colorism definition. It was just like piece after piece of Laila Ali being like, not only did I support this girl, she's been trying to troll me. She said she's not a good example for boxing or our culture. And then she pulled up sorry. Then she pulled up Claressa Shields rapping about taking somebody man. What's crazy is objectively some of the like clips Laila Ali was putting out, she was being a little shady. But I don't think anything she said warranted Claressa Shields trolling her for like a decade and claiming that this woman has never had your back. Laila Ali transitioned into journalism, and that is so evident with this video. That's the biggest point I want to make is everyone keeps being like, where is Claressa Shields' media training? Oh my God, one last fact. When Claressa Shields went on a podcast recently, it was like, I'm trying to mentor different ladies like Laila Ali never did me, which was clearly debunked. I tell someone I'm training, your biggest thing is your brand. And, you know, like big brand. Laila Ali has a clip from 12 years ago where Claressa Shields says that's the advice that she gave her. Like, y'all, this is some beef that I forgot about because, like, honestly, I was all annoyed about the Papoose situation, right? Claressa, please. And you know what happened? What I saw viral moment she had today was she was rapping on BET. Not down and rapping on BET, but Laila using Claressa Shields rapping in general as a diss to her was also so funny. Oh my God.
I spoke about Claressa Shields and Papoose on my platform a couple times. I think what's interesting after listening to commentary and also listening to Laila Ali speak about her experience with Claressa is that Claressa this is the second older woman that has come out in regards to Claressa and her strange behavior. First one, Remy Ma. Now it's Laila Ali. Both women have been targets because Remy Ma said that she offered her friendship. Claressa was in her DMs asking for fashion advice. She has been kind to her, and supported her in her career. And next thing you know, she with her husband. Then now Laila is now saying that she has tried to embrace her, offered her advice, offered her a level of friendship, mentorship, and once again, backstabs her. Tries to turn the world against Laila Ali, disrespect her legacy, tried to make Laila her arch nemesis. Weird. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, this is not the second older woman Claressa is 30 years old. Remy Ma is 45. Laila Ali is in her 50s, I believe. But they both, I think, symbolize the life that Claressa wants. Claressa wants Laila Ali's legacy, boxing legacy, and also the way she has been able to pivot and become, a journalist. She has done reality TV in the sense of, like, I think it was like a home decor thing. I'm not really sure, but she has a platform. She's known for more than just boxing. Remy Ma, same. She has a rap career. Now she has a new streaming service. She has a career. She has pivoted too, so I'm sure that Claressa has looked up to these women at one stage in her life, and tried to emulate them or been like role models to her. But then it became obsession. Then it became like resentment. Then it became, like I said, weird. She puts the lotion on her skin, or she gets the whole skin. Buffalo Bill, Silence of the Lambs. It's gotten a little weird here. And when I see, this is the second woman now that has come out and said that Claressa moves a little different. They don't like it. I think about, like, where's her mother? Because mother wounds are a thing. And I didn't watch Claressa's biopic, so I don't know anything about her, like her history, her childhood. So I went to the Googles, because it's free, and I saw that Claressa says that Claressa has a complex relationship with her mother, and her mother struggled with alcohol while Claressa was growing up. And I was like, oh, that's it. Ooh, okay, I see what's going on here. Claressa needs some help, some therapy. I think everybody needs therapy. I don't think that's a dig. I'm in therapy. It's not a dig. It's just she needs to get some help for that, because the way she's moving publicly, it's like people were really on your side. And then the more and more she speaks, the more and more people get to know her. And through the lives and the podcast interviews, people get to know who she is, and she gets exposed, rightfully so. Then people start looking and like, something about this, something in the milk ain't clean here. And this isn't really about Papoose, but I do think that she saw a vulnerability with Papoose. She knew that she could dangle a couple of dollars, and things ain't what they seemed in that marriage. And she was like, gotcha, bitch.
Man, I knew Laila Ali wasn't tripping. No way Muhammad Ali's daughter is hating on Claressa Shields. It's no way. I told y'all we on Threads talking about sports. And back when all this started happening, I'm like, something is off. Something's off. I've watched Layla's whole career, and she's never been, I'm bitter because the new girls is whatever. Like, she's never gave that. Like, you gotta pay attention. What Deontay Kyle be saying? Do the knowledge. You gotta do the knowledge. Laila Ali has never given that on her whole career. So I'm like, why would she hate on Claressa out of all people? She always seemed like she's so happy that the young girls is doing good. They was trying to argue me down in the comments. Laila, I had your back. I know Muhammad Ali's daughter ain't hating on no Claressa. I knew it. I know it.
Claressa, I want you to hire a publicist immediately, all right? Because you out here wilding, and you need to cut that bullshit out. Now, Laila Ali has finally responded thoroughly to clear the air about what's been going on with you and Laila. And I'm just going to put my own opinion and judgment out there. Layla's cooking, baby. She's cooking you. And she's actually bringing receipts. And so we are getting to see how this all started and why you mad. Sometimes when you try too hard to show how much power you have, how better you are than everybody, and you step on toes and burn bridges, you're not using strategy to build your brands, as you like to talk about, that you got from Laila, right? So you're not doing those things. So now you're creating enemies everywhere. And though the public supports you and loves you, you eventually start disgusting the public, because now they're having to defend your behavior, and your behavior is getting worse and worse and worse. And now they're saying, wait a minute, this is too much for me. Let me talk about the women in my generation, because I believe you're in your 30s and I'm in my 30s as well. The women in my generation have got to realize that we ain't spring chickens no more, number one, but we're still young, if you catch my drift, right? We ain't old and feeble or anything like that. We're still young. And it's very ugly, it's very distasteful to sit there and challenge those to the point that you're being just like, you're trying to tarnish this woman's name, right? Challenge those who paved the way for us. It's not cute, nobody respects it. Whether you like Laila Ali or not, she paved the way for other women boxers. She set the tone. She set the standard. She is also what? How much older than you? She's 47. Okay, she's almost going to be in her 50s. Why you want to fight her so bad? Why you keep talking about her? I mean, it's just like it's just giving hater, sweetheart. Sometimes you just gotta learn that silence is your biggest weapon. It's your biggest weapon. Sometimes you have to be quiet and you have to observe. And you have to say, is this a move that benefits me? Is this something that I should say? Because what happens is people start to get, they start to pull out shit on you. Because they're like, you keep shitting on everybody. Now it's your turn. And now we see all these old videos popping up. We see all the things that you've said and done as a result of your reckless behavior. And then you're going to be spending now your days trying to defend yourself. All right? Don't even do that. Clean it up, Claressa. Clean it up. Power is not loud. All right, your talent should speak for itself, and you can't go around burning bridges with everyone, because if you want to build a brand, you're going to need that support. We have to stop acting like we don't need nobody. Now, we're not saying kiss Laila Ali's ass, but what you're not going to do is get up on a panel or on a podcast or an interview, whatever you want to call it, and then say, oh, Laila Ali is only, Muhammad Ali's daughter. I mean, that was just ugly, tacky, and wrong. And another thing, please leave the rapping to somebody else. I know that you're in competition with Remy Ma over Papoose, but you got him, right? That's your man. So if the battle is over him, you won the battle, so why are you still fighting so hard? Why are you now trying to be a rapper? And you sounding like Dr. Seuss, or like somebody else said, you're sounding like, what's the name? Terrence Howard. You rapping like Terrence Howard off of Hustle and Flow or Empire. Girl, do what you do best. All right, stop all this mess. You need a publicist, and you need one quickly.
If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you like. I usually do this for those of you who do not have TikTok. On top of that, I personally love hearing commentary. So again, hit the like if you like.
These young girls coming up, we got 9-year-olds now and 10-year-olds, and they're inspired by people like Claressa. Now, as you can see, I was genuinely rooting for her. I gave her praise. I gave her a spotlight. When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her about the challenges that I faced fighting at 168, where there was limited competition, and I suggested that if she decided to turn pro, she should consider going down in weight somewhere around 148, where she would have more competitive challenges.
Oh, man.
I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat, and get into elite next level shape. I pointed her in the right direction.
Y'all, I want to say straight up that Claressa Shields is the queen of ruining good connections. She's not going to get signed with Jake Paul and them, which is the biggest platform for women's boxing right now, because she ruined that connection. She's not going to get to fight the fights that we want to see, like Claressa Shields versus Amanda Serrano or Katie Taylor or Alicia Baumgardner. She knows how to ruin her brand. Her only option right now is to sign with Riyadh Season at some point and fight the best females on some type of global tour, because right now all her branding is just going out the window. She's ruining every connection. There are certain people you just don't mess with, like Muhammad Ali's daughter. Even if you like her or don't like her or whatever, you don't go there.
So Laila Ali and Claressa Shields are beefing. And here's what I have to say about that. Now, Laila Ali done made a video, and you can obviously tell she is not playing with you, Claressa. Claressa, she not playing with you, baby. The way she dug out the receipts and did a whole presentation on you, girl. Stop playing with that lady. I also do want to know the sudden change, because she was your mentor at one point in time. So I'm wondering, like, what's the shift there with that? What made you shift to offering her $15 million to come out of retirement to fight you? You could tell Laila sat on this, because she sat on this for a good minute. Because the way she was pulling out
receipts after receipts. I'm like, like she made sure you had no winning argument. Girl, just leave that girl alone, Annie. That's just too many receipts.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate from this shit because I'm a Michigan nigga, but this Claressa Shields versus Laila Ali has to be some of the most top tier, S tier hating shit I've ever seen in my life on Claressa Shields end. When you think of the greatest female boxer instantly, who comes to mind? I ain't even gonna say nothing. Who comes to mind when you think of the greatest female boxer ever? Don't worry, I'll wait. We gotta stop this hating shit, you know, because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I feel like it's hating. I feel like it's jealousy, envy, all that shit. I feel like she knows that she would never be a Laila Ali. You feel what I'm saying?
Claressa might have bit off more than you can chew. Can't sit out here and dog out a legend. And the reason why you had the opportunities you have is because of the doors that were kicked down and the backs that you stand on to have the opportunities that you have today. Gotta be humble, gotta show respect. Laila Ali is a legend in her own right, and her daddy didn't get her there. She earned it on her own. And yeah, you have to pay homage and respect.
Now, Laila Ali has dropped the receipts on several interview clips I have seen about this Claressa Shields. In other words, she's saying, you a lie, you a lie, you a lie. Not only has she dropped the receipts, she dropped the receipts in a way that you can't see it no other way. I don't even expect a response from Claressa Shields because all you have done was put Laila Ali down, and it seems like she has paved the way for you. This is a shame. This is a good way of showing you that Claressa Shields and Laila Ali may not have gotten in that ring together, but Laila Ali has whipped your ass in a whole nother way by word of mouth. That's right. She has beaten you to the point you can't come back from this with all them lies you done told on that lady. And that lady ain't did nothing but help you with good intentions. This goes to show you, especially with women. This is a shame how women can't come together. It's always a secret animosity, and it shows you. Laila Ali has set this lady up for greatness. Interview, she has paved the way. Laila Ali is a legend. You gotta admit, because ain't too many women can get in the ring and get, you know, beat upside the head like that. She's a good boxer and has won, but most women, including me, ain't finna get in no ring and get knocked up like that. She has paved the way, and all she was saying is she's paved the way for people like Claressa Shields. But Claressa Shields, instead of giving her due praise, she has been clout chasing off of her by making somebody like Laila Ali look bad is making her look good. It's just all about clout. But I hate it when somebody lies on somebody. When somebody lies on somebody to make themselves look good or to make themselves get more attention. And this happens a lot. Just not in the celebrity world or the world of athletes. This happens on a day-to-day basis, especially amongst women. You know what I'm saying? You have a bad habit of another woman can help you and try to fix your crown. And once your crown is fixed and you at the point you need to be, you tearing her crown down. You saying she ain't never had a crown. And if it weren't for you, the crown she tried to get, she wouldn't have even tried to get it. It's all about you. And that's what women do. But I gotta really watch this interview, and I'm gonna tag these, y'all. This is very interesting. But I like the fact that not only does Laila Ali talk about what happened, she shows video footage every time to back up what she say. So that tells you what she is not lying. Claressa Shields, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Another thing I want to say, respect your elders, because they did lead the way. They set the way for you. And if it weren't for Laila Ali, you wouldn't be in the position you are today. Stop lying. But it's too late. You already lied. But now we know for a fact you was lying.
Some of y'all that I be seeing comments down some of the videos about the Claressa Shields and Laila Ali situation, I just be laughing. A lot of y'all be sitting up here talking about Claressa Shields, Laila Ali sit this one out. I wouldn't even be doing this. I wouldn't even be doing that. Do y'all understand? So let me tell you something. Y'all love bringing up her age, but what y'all fail to realize and register is that Laila Ali been retired. If I'm wrong, correct me. Laila Ali been retired since 2007. Like I said, I'm gonna say allegedly, because if I'm wrong, correct me. She's been retired since 2007. Baby, Laila Ali ain't stopped training since. I don't know why y'all can't understand, like, that this woman ain't stopped training since 2007. I don't know why y'all ain't understand that this woman is got married, had babies, and she's still in good shape and in good health. Y'all act like Laila Ali is dang near dead, and she ain't. Y'all acting like this woman just went off, stopped training, let herself go, this, that, and the third. Baby, don't let that age fool you. Because if you for once don't think, if you don't think Laila Ali is not sitting back and watching Claressa, how she fight, her strategy, If you think that she is not studying like they used to do way, hey, if you think that she ain't studying her, you got to be a fool. You got to be a fool. Laila Ali knows she coming there. She fight wild. She fights wild. Every opponent that she has, she come in fighting wild to throw them off. That's what she do. She fights wild to throw them off, to discourage them, to make it seem like they don't got it in the bag. That's what she does. And if you for once think that Laila Ali is not studying her, is not watching her fights and videos and really studying her, y'all got to be out your mind. Don't let that 50-year-old Laila Ali fool y'all. Because she's in way more better shape than that probably ain't one of us. Let's be real. And honestly, y'all want to call Claressa the biggest, the baddest, the largest, the strongest, then baby, she need to be showing me way more knockouts. That's all I got to say. Because if your hits was that powerful, you should be having way more knockouts, baby. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Stop underestimating Laila Ali. Stop acting like she about dead and she ain't. This woman takes care of her body. She's still trained. She's out there. She ain't left. She just stopped. She just stopped boxing. That don't mean she stopped. She just stopped doing the sport. Y'all, it's got to be the slowest. Y'all, just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop underestimating people because of their age. Like, dead serious. Cause like during her dad times when he was boxing, they actually sat down in they living room or whatever and watched their opponents fight. They studied their opponents. They studied their strengths. They studied their weaknesses, baby. Laila Ali been in the game. She know what to look for. And if y'all think that she don't, y'all crazy. Stop underestimating that woman. And if that woman don't want to fight, that woman don't want to fight, because at this point, I wouldn't fight her neither. I wouldn't fight her. All that stuff she doing because really she just won't. I'm telling you, we know what Claressa wants. She mad. She jealous. She trying to do everything to discredit Laila Ali. So why would you even, like, come on. I wouldn't fight her neither. And it ain't because I'm scared to fight her. You just ain't worth my time. You beneath me. And that's how I make her feel. Like, why would I give you the time in the day and you doing what you doing? Child, bye. But if I just had, if it did happen, don't underestimate that woman. Do not underestimate that woman. Okay? Okay.
I didn't want to do this, but I have to. I have to, okay? Claressa Shields. During that interview on the podcast that she did, when she said, Ann Wolf will whoop oh so pretty Laila Ali's ass. That's all I needed to hear. That oh so pretty, that bar right there spoke volumes. And let me tell you why. I talk about this all the time. I'm not gonna get on how sis dress. I'm not gonna get on how sis is out here bragging about being with a married man and want to have a baby with a married man. I'm not gonna get on how Pap checked her on the podcast when she tried to make it seem like he tried to holler at her first through the first jab, is what the podcast is, and he hurried up and checked that shit and said, "No, whoa, nigga, she slid in my DM. He doesn't like you." I'm not gonna get on that. I'm gonna keep it strictly about about the disrespect, in my opinion, that she's showing Laila Ali. This isn't even about boxing, okay? Claressa's an amazing boxer, and we all know Laila Ali's legacy, and we know she's Muhammad Ali's daughter. Laila Ali came with she addressed the shit in the classiest way, and sis came with the motherfucking receipts. Okay, she came with the receipts. It's unfortunate that in this world, people who you want to take up underneath your wing and you want to help, admiration will turn into envy so quickly. I say it to y'all all the time. Wrote a book about it. Literally wrote a book about it. It's on Amazon. Y'all look up Precious Jackson. But admiration to envy. That is exactly what happened with Claressa Shields. She admired. How the fuck you gonna bring shade to somebody who took you up underneath their wings, gave you advice? She came with the receipts with the videos, and you're on video saying, I'm doing for women's boxing what nobody has been able to do, when she literally gave you the blueprint. She gave you the blueprint. It has nothing to do with Laila Ali, how beautiful she is. You look at her and you envy her. That's not me saying anything. I'm not saying she look better than you or not. She do. That's just me being honest. That's not me calling you ugly. You're a beautiful woman in your own way. Your attitude, the way that you move, the shit that comes out of your mouth, That's what makes your shit ugly. It has nothing to do with your face. You can't dress. But that's just my opinion, in millions of other people's opinion. But you be having fun doing you. But to do Laila Ali like that, to do her like that, if I was Laila, I would come out of retirement, I would train my ass off, and I would beat your ass and show you how to respect your elders. That's just me. But at this point, it's way deeper than boxing. It's embarrassing at this point. Because you have a bully mentality. You have a bully mentality. You're like the Nicki Minaj of boxing. You feel like there can only be number, like Laila Ali, her legacy is already in place. But she handled your bullshit, your statements, she handled it with grace and with class. She doesn't have anything to prove. She's already done it. I respect healthy competition. But you, young lady, you take shit too. You a boxer, so we expect you supposed to know how to box. Okay? I'm a singer, I know how to sing. I'm a content creator, I know how to create content. So you threatening to whip motherfuckers' ass is what? You're a boxer. You threatening to fight people that's not boxers, like, that's not a flex. And then you make millions of dollars boxing. You on the internet calling people who got regular 9-to-5s and shit broke. Like, girl, what? You good? Is you cool out? You cool up here? It's the disrespect. It's the disrespect for me. Laila came with receipts, but my advice to you is you need to do some self-reflection, sis. I'm sure that everybody in Michigan and your family, you even talked about how your sister don't like you no more. You really need to do some self-reflection. Because you have a bully mindset, and what you're going to do is you're going to stop bags from coming to yourself by moving the way that you move. Did you see the look on Pam's face when you was doing your rap? When you was rapping on the podcast? Like, you would come up to him. You're a come up to that man. And I'm not even going to go there in your relationship. Love who you love. Do what you do. I've been with my husband for 27 years. We got 6 kids. I know some shit, but I'm going to leave that alone. This really was about the disrespect that you showed Laila Ali. It was very disrespectful to me. Like, you're calling somebody out that's from a whole nother generation. And if you feel like Ann Wolf will whoop her ass, then why not fight Ann Wolf? Why not call her out? As soon as you said, oh, so pretty Laila Ali, that let me know right there what the problem is. You're mad. She's gorgeous. And she not even tripping off of being gorgeous. Like, she's just Laila Ali. Oh, so pretty. That spoke volumes. You're a hater. You're a fucking hater. You're a hater. You love to get on life and be like, I'm so pretty, I'm body, I'm this, I'm that. You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that. And that is not me calling you anything. The way that you move, your insecurities speak loudly. Clearly you feel like you need to get some validation, because you could have kept dressing how you was dressing and being yourself. Now you wearing heels, barely could even walk in them. You just came to Omaha, Nebraska for Bud's party. The shit you had on, because we dress here. We can dress. You understand? Like, girl, like, it's so much more I could say. I just don't want to take it there. I don't want to take it there because it would sound like I'm being mean. But I could see that a lot of y'all celebrities, y'all motherfuckers in the spotlight, y'all don't have real ones on y'all team. And it's not about criticism. It's about accountability. And it's about self-reflection. You're disrespectful. And I feel like you can be, because you feel like you can whoop everybody. Well, bitch, you're a boxer. You're a boxer. But if we're talking about a verbal argument, especially with me, you will lose. I don't want to argue with you, though. I want you to do some self-reflection, because in my opinion, because Laila has such an impeccable reputation in the boxing world, I don't want you to stop your bag trying to challenge somebody who's already solidified. She already certified. And what you're doing is unprovoked. Your envy and shit talking was unprovoked. I'm just being 100. And I'm going to talk my shit, because I don't give a fuck if you're a boxer. Knock me out, bitch, because I'll sue your ass for everything that you got. Like, I love you, Claressa, though. I love boxing. Love boxing. Okay? I'm right here in Omaha, Nebraska, where your boy Bud was. I seen you when you was here. You know what I'm saying? We love you, but you need to pipe down, though. You need to humble yourself. You really need to humble yourself. I'm sure your family and your city is proud of you. We're proud of you. As a black woman, I'm proud of you. But that was not a proud moment for you to think it's cool to just go shit talking a legend like that, unprovoked. Even the host of the podcast was like, damn, I don't even know what to say after that, because it was unprovoked. You always want to sound tough. You don't even have to do that. You're Claressa Shields. You're a fucking boxer. A champion at that. You still out here talking like you a street bitch in the projects, trying like you got something to prove. You don't. Then you come for Laila Ali like that, and Wolf will knock also pretty Laila Ali's ass out. You're jealous. And that woman didn't do nothing but try to help you. Gave you the blueprint, told you to build your brand, Look at your brand. Look at your brand. Look at it. Look at your fashion. Look at your videos you be posting. Look at, like, you don't want to be iconic. You want to be popular. You don't want to be a legend. You want to be popular. You seeking validation from motherfuckers 20 years from now ain't gonna matter. She was trying to give you the game for legendary status. You want to be popular to the sexy reds of the world. Like, girl, please, for the Lord, for the love of God, get a goddamn stylist. Get a stylist. Law. Roach, please. You can afford it. That motherfucking red dress with the sparkle, girl.
Claressa Shields is a professional destiny swapper, and this is how you can spot the professional destiny swappers in your own life. It goes from extreme highs to extreme lows, but between those highs and lows is them hypothesizing your downfall and devaluing you when you are still at a high. Yep. These people will typically come to you when you're in your winning season, and this could be you're becoming culturally relevant, you're becoming financially stable, you're developing accolades that are really difficult to replicate. Most people who are prone to attracting destiny swappers are very niche down, meaning like you're one in a million, there's no one else who's doing things exactly the way that you do them, and these people come to you kissing your ass. They want to be your protege, they need you to come in on meetings, they need to be around you, they just, I need your opinion. And then slowly but surely you see them absorbing the ideas that you give them, but disrespecting you while they take your information, right? So it gets to it, they become put downs. Like you could tell them something like, hey, like here's this new system that I think would really help increase the efficiency of your whatchamacallit, and then they'll come and say things like, oh well, that seems a little bit excessive, don't you think? Like I'm at this specific level and I don't know, it seems a little bit arrogant and pompous. I think people are going to think it's snooty if we do this new policy change, or people think it's going to be really snooty if we try this new marketing technique, or you know, like I think people are going to think it's unattainable or inaccessible if we start going with these new kind of venues. I don't know. They say that to you and then they go do it anyway, and they're also not going to tell anyone it was your idea. That's how that starts, and that's how you start to find those people out. So they go ahead and they go do it anyway, pretending it's not your idea. Then should it flourish, because it probably will, you're good at your job or you're good at your craft or you gave them that advice with great intention, now they get to start proactively devaluing you and telling you that your things are hitting and missing, because they're going to ask you about things that they already know you're working on, and they're going to jump to do them first before you could complete them, and it's going to become so frequent that you're going to forget that you already were doing that before they got there. They're going to embed themselves so intensely into your creative process that you start thinking your ideas are theirs, and then that's when they get you. And this could be spiritual beliefs. You took on new spiritual systems, political systems, financial systems. They're going to make you think it was their idea because they're always forcing themselves into that early gestational creative process, like the think tank part of the creative process. And that's how they start fucking with your mind. That's when they can start gaslighting you, because they will just not acknowledge that it was your idea. They will just not acknowledge it. And then it gets to the other point where they feel like they don't need you anymore, and they start dodging your calls, they start dodging your messages, but everything, all the advice that you gave them, everything, they're using it, and now they are using it and talking shit about you. They're telling other people that you're not that great, that you're not that special, you're not that good of a dancer, you're not that good of a performer. She gets way too emotional, she lets her feelings cloud her judgment. Now it's all of that shit. But just a couple months ago, you were their fucking mentor. They were your protege, they were your pupil. Yeah. And you'll find it, and that's why I would say be careful with taking on proteges or mentors who are older than you, because they feel uncomfortable. Oftentimes they feel uncomfortable with the fact that they have to learn from you. Don't take on proteges or mentors who overly identify with you as well. If somebody keeps talking about like your sameness, like we're so similar, like we have the same this, that, we have the same that sameness is an illusion of security, and they want you to feel confident in seeing them as an extension of yourself, because that speeds up the duplication process that is necessary for destiny swapping. And the thing is, this is at this point, it's still easy to reverse, because when you detach, they lose their muse, they lose their views, or the kind of work that they put out. They have to pivot. They have to start copying somebody else. And then so you can remove yourself. Now, what gets a lot of people fucked up is when you really care about the person who was trying to destiny swap with you. You'll chase after that relationship. They could use that as justification to be like, I told y'all this person is obsessed with me. Like they weren't my mentor. They were trying to get their hooks in on me. But mind you, every mentorship, whether you're the pupil or the mentor, is about like a genuine foundation of friendship and care. It's just a type of friendship model. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to re-secure your friendship, and they'll be able to use like the business side or the creative side to bypass any emotional commitments that they should have had with you, because the only reason you divvied out so much of your time is because you saw them as your friend, right? Period. And then but now they're saying that there was never a friendship. They were just using you as a come up. Some people in their circle are going to be like, that's weird though. Like, you don't think that's strange that you literally re-hated their nachos and now you hate their guts? Some people might catch on, a lot of people will not. But what you'll hurt yourself is doing is trying to rebuild that relationship with that person, because now they get to continue siphoning. They get just enough proximity to keep reheating your nachos, stealing stuff, and now you're going to start to feel it in your body. Your nervous system is going to start taking the hit, because now you're giving them love energy. Now we're getting into magic, we're getting into science. You're giving them love energy, heart chakra shit, your abundance. the energetic signature that draws money in, you're giving it to them freely. They're not even taking it from you. This is when shit escalates, and that's when it gets dangerous. This is when you could have like near-death experiences. This is when you could feel like somebody's calling on your life force. This is when, if they are trying to do any curses towards you, or any they're trying to do any smear campaigns, this is the time where it's the most effective, because not only will you not proactively defend yourself against them in a way that's finite because you don't actually want the relationship to end, they have a free all access pass to your heart chakra energy, meaning you don't have it anymore. The door's closed on your end, but they can keep coming into it. It's like they're withdrawing from a bank. It's your account, but they're the only authorized user anymore. So that's what happens. You got to be careful. You have to close down emotionally from people who are destiny swapping with you. You can't, or trying to. You can't give them any more emotional energy. You can't give them that much attention. I mean, it's very tempting, and a lot of times they'll still pop up in your life because, you know, and at one point or another, you guys are energetically aligned. They were supposed to learn something from you, but the energy of envy corroded that relationship, and the envy came from their end. But if you don't protect yourself, if you don't love yourself enough, now you can love yourself a shit ton, but there's a different level of love that takes sternness. It's discerning love to be like, oh yeah, this love stops here. This love I have to reserve for myself. You can't have it. You don't deserve it. And loving yourself enough to know when somebody doesn't deserve you, it's a big deal. And it's a lesson that a lot of people are supposed to be learning when somebody tries to destiny swap with you or successfully does. You'll know that you've been destiny swapped with because you'll go from a very, like I was saying, a very extreme financial or cultural high where you're extremely relevant, and it's just a major plateau. And there's somebody out there who has replicated your methodology, and they're just reaping the benefits. They're reaping the benefits. But another thing though, because for destiny swappers, what's so exhausting for them is that they have to keep pretending to be you. They start to get angry. They start to get angry at the opportunities. They'll start self-destructing. They'll start being disrespectful towards the synthetic opportunities that they've curated off of your energy. They'll start being resentful towards them. They'll start being like, it'll start becoming more visible to the people who are more indifferent to them, like the people who aren't passionate but were impressed by them at one point. It'll become more obvious to them, like, oh, like this isn't you, this is like a persona that you put on. And should those, and like usually the universe is funny like that, where they will put those people who are kind of becoming questioning this destiny swapper, they'll put you in proximity with them, and they'll be like, oh no, this is the original, oh no, this is the person who actually does that. And that's why I always felt a little off over there. Like maybe we got results, but the process felt bad. The process felt messy. It didn't feel serendipitous. It didn't feel joyful. It didn't feel authentic because it wasn't. And then they're going to become more attracted to your energy. And then sometimes the universe writes the scales themselves. Sometimes it's a path that you have to abandon altogether. Actually, no. Even if you abandon it, it often finds its way back to you. But what you have to do, and the key to unlocking and getting your destiny back, is closing off your heart chakra and your love center to that person. You really can't have empathy for them anymore because they are abusing it. And they don't deserve it from you. Not from you. Maybe from somewhere else, but they don't deserve that from you.
I want to talk about Laila Ali and Claressa Shields. Her going off about Laila Ali. I've always been a fan of Laila Ali. And Claressa Shields, she keep bringing up Laila Ali, but Laila Ali helped her. She showed the receipts that she helped her, that she was bigging her up. And I'm like, wow, what a fantastic woman. I'm born in the 70s, so I was a big fan of Muhammad Ali. We all were. How you gonna fix your mouth to say all Laila Ali is Muhammad Ali's daughter? Huh? I mean, is she not a person? This is why, this is what I want to say about that situation. I'm not a boxing expert, but I still love Muhammad Ali, and I am a fan of Laila Ali. And this is what I want to say. This is why people don't want to help people. This is why rich people don't want to help poor people. They don't want to help them. They don't want to help you get to where they at. Because like even way down here down here where I am, way down here, because I'm not as wealthy as those people. I would like to be, but I'm not. But even where I'm at down here, it still applies. This is why people don't like helping people. You help somebody get a job where you work at. You help somebody through the connections that you know. And they get that job. I had it happen to me. I used to work at a grocery store. Had a friend of mine get the job too. It was mostly Hispanic people that worked there, but they hired me. I mean, some people say they're racist, but they hired me. So I wasn't looking at it like that. I'm looking like, okay, well, they ain't racist enough. To me, they gave me a job. Shit, I got a job, which is what I wanted. Tell my homegirl about the job, and she becomes a supervisor. And she get to ride in my ass because they made her a supervisor. She rolled my ass so hard, rolled me right the hell on up out of there, because my connections became her connections. And when my connections became her connections, she took over my connections, and bye-bye, Ebony. They don't need me no more because they got her now. And see, and that's what this girl wanted to happen with Laila Ali. But see, Laila Ali is a G. She's smart. She didn't come on here with the rah-rah-rah. This is why I love Laila Ali. I'm more of a fan now. Because she didn't come in here with the rah-rah-rah and going back and forth against that young lady. She came with receipts, showing how she broadcasted that girl to the world, her struggles and her triumphant moments. That don't sound like a hater to me. See, what happened is because that girl is not Laila Ali. And she ain't going to never be her. And instead of enjoying the moment that you didn't have to get, Laila Ali putting you on, instead of you, living in that, no, you want to drag her because you're mad because you can't be her. So you can help people to get something that you have because you want to bring them along, but you got to protect your spot because They trying to come to your spot to kick you out of it because they don't want to see you on the spot. And Laila Ali is in her square. And she came with receipts. And that ain't nothing but pure class. Because, I'm looking like, really? Is that what had happened? Because we all got two eyes and we can see who and what the problem is. That girl mad because she can't be Laila Ali. That's what she mad about. It ain't about her being able to fight and all of that. Because you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Biting the hand that puts you on. Biting the hand that puts you on. Who came up with that idea? Ooh, that's something. That's why people don't be wanting to help people. Like, maybe I'll help you just enough, but I'm not going to give you the game to get exactly what I got. Because you give them the keys, and they try to get in the house with the keys and put you out. Then that's exactly why people don't like helping people. Because of people like that. That girl's wrong. She's wrong in what she's doing. And she needs to stop it. Stop it. Because everybody see what you're doing. Everybody see what you're doing. And it's not a good look. But it's good for us as black women to heal. It's good for us to heal so that we can see that we have to use discernment in who we put on. Because sometimes that person will put them on and they're trying to put you out. But Laila Ali, she handling it like a G. I like that response. Keep them receipts of how humble, how nourishing that you were to this girl's spirit when you introduced her to your connections. We out here. We out here, true Muhammad Ali fans, true Laila Ali fans. We see you. We see what you did because she came out there with the receipts. And that girl, she ain't got no receipts. The receipts that she got is disgracing Muhammad Ali by saying all Laila Ali is Muhammad Ali's daughter. How arrogant is that? She is Muhammad Ali's daughter, and that's a blessing, but that's not all she is. Laila Ali is an inspiration to women to keep fighting, especially to black women, to fight to get what you want out of this life. Laila Ali is an inspiration to get what you need to get and do what you got to do no matter what and still make it. I love the way that she handled this situation because you know what? I got eyes to see a hater and so does everybody else and we all see it. It's not Laila Ali. You mad, girl, because you can't be Laila Ali and you should have been appreciated. But what the good Bible say, people that believe in the Bible, pride comes before the fall. And you over there with Papoose, I heard. I didn't even know who you were. You know, you're going to come for Laila Ali. And you a black woman. Shame on you. That woman put you on. If it wasn't for Laila Ali's connections, you never would have got to know the people that you met. You met them through her connections. You see how people do you? You see how people do you. This is why folks don't want to help nobody. They don't want to help you because you're not grateful. You know, even if you're not grateful, just get your accolades and leave Laila Ali's name out your mouth. You could have just not been grateful, but don't say nothing about it. Everybody don't admit they false when they know they wrong. If I'm envious of somebody, I'm not going to tell them, hey, I'm envious of you. I'm just going to get them away from them and leave them alone. Everybody gets envious, but that don't mean you got to react to it, recognize, know yourself, and just get away from them. It's going to do you more good than getting dragged like this. Laila Ali helped you, and we all see it.
So I saw Laila Ali's response to Claressa Shields, and I have to say kudos to Laila Ali and how she has handled the rant and disrespect that Claressa Shields has been spewing at Laila Ali or on her name. I get it. Claressa Shields wants to make history and she wants to be known as the greatest boxer in the world. Hence the talks of wanting to fight Laila Ali. But the problem I have with Claressa is her lack of integrity. One minute she says one thing, the next minute she says the other. It is true that Laila Ali has supported her over the years, has interviewed her, have given her a platform to highlight herself. Laila Ali has advocated for this young woman, only for Claressa Shields to turn around and not acknowledge that she was supported by Laila Ali. Now, I would respect her if she would acknowledge and say, listen, I remember when Laila Ali supported me and have given me encouragement, advice, given me a platform so that the world can get to know who I am. However, at this stage of my life, I want to make a name for myself. And I want to go after the best. So I challenge you to come into the ring with me and box. I would respect that because that shows the integrity of her character. And her only intent is to get that title of being the best boxer in the world. However, the tactics that Claressa Shields have been doing have been intentionally and strategically tailored to undermine Laila Ali's character and to try to strip her of the respect that she has garnered over the years. Just to say that she's only Muhammad Ali's daughter. Some of the things that Claressa Shields have said about Laila Ali, she spoke about her like she was talking about someone who has done nothing great in the world at all. Laila Ali came into the boxing world not just hanging on her father's legacy. She created her own legacy. We all know that Muhammad Ali is her father. She looks like the man. We know that. But Laila Ali backs up her stance. She didn't just come in here off of her father's legacy. She fought a damn good fight. And she has 21 knockouts throughout her career. Now she's about, 50 years old. The woman has passed menopause. You know, she doesn't have the raw strength that we used to have before we got to the age of menopause. I'm not saying that she's not strong, but she's not in the gym practicing to box. So Claressa Shields calling her out, disrespecting the fact that Laila Ali is over 20 years older than her, and calling her out to fight, all while dismissing her accomplishments and ignoring or not mentioning the support that Laila Ali has given her over the years, is showing that Claressa Shields seems to be one of those people that has an antisocial personality disorder. Now that's on a spectrum, just like autism is on a spectrum. So it's from the mildest to the most severe, which is on the tip of malignant narcissists. Psychopathy, meaning psychopath or sociopath. Borderline personality disorder. But when I watch those clips from Laila Ali's YouTube, clearly Claressa Shields is coming off as someone who has narcissistic personality disorder. She has reached out to Laila Ali first and have asked for advice and support, and Laila Ali poured into her like an older woman with wisdom would do, only for Claressa Shields to turn around and disrespect and ignore and dismiss the support that she has given her, showing that Claressa Shields has no gratitude. She has no respect. She has no appreciation. She has no obedience, no submissiveness to wisdom. Those are all bad character traits. Now, I know some people sit here and question, oh, well, how do we know what's good and how do we know what's bad? Well, let's look at it. Laila Ali has, she's accomplished in many areas in her life, and she's unproblematic. She has supported women throughout the years and watched women flourish and continue to have relationships with other women and other people in various industries. Claressa Shields is showing the world that she has a habit of creating issues, sowing seeds of discord with other women. She has done the same to Remy Martin, right? Reached out to Remy Martin, asked Remy Martin for advice on fashion, and Remy Martin has done the same thing. She came through for her, giving her advice on fashion, tips, and so on, only for Claressa Shields to now be involved with Papoose, and has done nothing but disrespect and dragged Remy Martin's name all throughout the internet. And Remy Martin has done nothing to this person, to this woman. Now, society will see Claressa Shields as she wants to reach to the top, and she's doing, listen, people with bad character do things the way Claressa Shields does things. And those are people that we need to watch. If you know that a person has supported someone such as Claressa Shields, and if Claressa Shields can speak down on a person, not acknowledge the support that they've given her, which she has actually applied to her life, which is why she's elevated to where she's at. That's another thing you have to look at. When people give you advice and support, and that advice and support actually pans out, and it is the reason why you are where you're at because you have applied it, only for you to turn around and act as if that is not a factor, that is clear signs that you are a dangerous human being. Because what Claressa Shields is showing is that she's not here to collaborate. She's not here to get along. She's here to reach the top by reaching out to those who are the great and getting some of their essence so she can apply it to her life and then undermine that very same great person so she can take their spot. Claressa Shields don't care, and her mind doesn't think that there is a way where she can carve her own spot. She don't have to undermine somebody else that was already there who is great. All she has to do is carve her own spot and create her level of greatness. No. Because see, people who have antisocial personality disorders are also reptilian. It is spiritually inclined for them to undermine people who are more pure like in spirit, who was there before them. They don't have the intellectual flexibility that can inform them that they can coexist amongst other people who have different energies than them. That, what we're seeing between the two, is spiritual warfare. Claressa Shields is showing that she's in alignment with the dark entity. And dark entities don't want to coexist with godlike spirits. It's natural for them to undermine godlike spirits. They don't want us to exist. That's why they do what they do. She can carve out her own lane and become a name for herself. And with her name, there should be trails of, listen, this is who I've been mentored by. Claressa Shields doesn't want to do that. I implore society to see how dangerous that is. However, Laila Ali is a class act, and she came with receipts. Thank you, Laila. You represent the women that are wise. We don't argue with nonsense. We come with receipts and facts. Peace.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and leave a comment and let me know how you feel about the situation. Do you agree with some of these TikTokers? I tried my best to find views from different people that support Claressa, but it was really hard. Most people actually agree with what Laila put out as being classy and necessary. That's all I got for you. I'll catch you on the next one.